Coming up tonight, find out why one Brazilian Call of Duty team has been disqualified from the World Championships. Our Korean correspondent Susie Kim brings an in-depth recap of GSO Code S and get a glimpse at what is to come at MLG Anaheim. Find out more on tonight's Daily News. Good evening from Studio One in Berlin, Germany, where the babble is indeed our trade. I'm Dan Cho, your guide into today's world of wild, wacky esports. Today is March the 20th, and on this day in esports history, Johan Todd Merlot was born. Happy birthday, Todd. In case you don't know, Todd is XMG's French StarCraft 2 Protoss player and caster from France. Previously, he was very active in the Warcraft 3 scene. First up, League of Legends news. A 21-year-old Australian League of Legends player recently hacked Riot Games' database and mined it for private information. He then sold player IP addresses on the internet black market. What's so dangerous about that? Well, with a player's IP address, disreputable parties can attack said IP and cause lag and so forth. The alleged hacker has since then been arrested and was charged with 3 counts of computer misuse and 5 counts of fraud. For shame, people. We reached out to Riot Games for a statement. Here's what the company's spokesman had to say. Quote, "We work with law enforcement professionals around the world to protect our players, people, and the technology because we take security and data privacy very seriously." End quote. Super Hot Crew has embraced internet trends by removing moops in favor of the iconic selfie. While moops was integral in helping Super Hot Crew's induction into the European LCS, he was struggling in maintaining his performance against the powerhouse mid laners of the EU scene. In Week 8, Super Hot Crew recorded an appalling 0-4. Consequently, changes were made. Selfie, formerly known as Chuyo, will be replacing moops in today's showing against Millennium and their upcoming battle against Alliance. Will this rising star help Super Hot Crew burn brighter than before? We'll see. If you haven't already, be sure to bookmark their website at superhotcrew.com. Over in Brazil, it looks like League of Legends may well challenge soccer for the domination of teenage hearts. A new contender in the professional scene was recently announced, and it's Team Always Pro, a Frankenstein born of 2 major challenger teams, Ranked Gaming and Equadro Classe A. More interestingly, the team contains both Yetz, the former runner-up for the first Brazilian championship, and Diaglera, the WC Brazilian champ. Expect great things from Team Always Pro, who are still so new, they've yet to spawn social media channels. After the recent success of SK Telecom LTE Masters, SK Telecom are looking to increase the hype by introducing 2 new events, Legends and All-Stars. And of the 2, Legends will be a more serious competition. While it will still be the case of 2 5-man teams going head-to-head in pursuit of the Legends title and cash money, it will be teams comprised entirely of community-elected players. The All-Stars tournament sounds like it'd be more the entertaining of the 2, however. Like Legends, it'll be made up of community-voted participants. Unlike Legends, team members in All-Stars will be randomly assigned a role. Can a jungler play mid lane? Well, only time will tell. Not too long ago, the esports industry found itself desperately shaken by Cheon Promise Min Key's suicide attempt. Amid investigations about the match-fixing incident which led to Promise's situation, a fundraiser to assist Promise's long road to recovery was established. Said fundraiser has since been concluded, and we're happy to report that well over $35,000 was collected. Those interested in sending gifts and other physical demonstration of your well wishes may be pleased to know that the InVen League of Legends team is looking into how to accomplish exactly that. If you missed out on the deadline for the original donation drive but still want to contribute, you can either head to ucaring.com/promise or send money directly via PayPal to webmaster@inven.co.kr. From League of Legends to Dota 2, it looks like Jimmy Demon Ho won't be barking up Team Dog's backstairs any longer. While no official statement has been made of yet, Demon's no-show during the team's matchup against Evil Geniuses and his subsequent tweets about no longer being part of Team Dog is evidence enough for many. As we wait for confirmation behind Demon's departure, be sure to take a moment to follow Demon on Twitter and see what he's up to over at Dota Demon. 8 Asian teams will go in, but only one will emerge the winner of the WD Dota 2 Pro Series. Who will it be amongst Titan, Aero Gaming, RNG Sports, or Scythe? Or maybe Mineski, Rexgum, Myth, or Zephyr? The $3,000 prize pool for the event will be divided between 6 different single elimination series, with the champion snagging the bulk of the bounty in each leg. The first series will commence on the 22nd of March. The quarterfinals will take shape of a best-of-1 semifinals, a rousing best-of-3, while the grand finals will be featuring a best-of-5. Visas are like the antibodies of nations. After the recent spat between Russia and Ukraine, it should come to no surprise that the Ukrainian government has announced the potential introduction of visa requirements for those traveling from Russia. This might bode poorly for Russian representatives who are looking to attend the Star Series finals. That said, Star Ladder host Vitaly did tweet that the organizations will, quote, help everyone to obtain visas if needed. Either way, be sure to bookmark the Star Ladder website at starladder.tv. Fasten your seatbelts, put on your sunglasses, and hold on to your chairs. It's Call of Duty time. And our first piece of news is a story on how Brazilian team SSOF Gaming has been disqualified from the Call of Duty World Championships. Apparently, the team broke Next Rule Classifier Day 23, which stipulates that users are prohibited from sharing information about accounts on game battles for any reason whatsoever. When a currently unnamed individual accessed the account of one of the players and played in his place during the finals. SSOF Gaming won't be replaced in the $1 million tournament, which means that only 31 teams will be gunning for the prize. It's time for a break. Coming up next, find out who dominated the 5th EPS Cup in ESL Spring Season 2014 in Germany. Lovely Susie Kim brings us all the latest updates from GSL Code S in Korea. And later, our partner GameFi gives us a look into the groups for WCS America next round. Stay tuned. The Daily News returns right after this. Welcome back to the Daily News. To kick off the block, let's see what Korean correspondent Susie Kim was up to at the GSL Code S Round of 8, which took place a few days ago. What's the good word, Susie?
We are into the first day of the round of 8 for the GOMTV GSL Code S. And today we have a day full of Protoss. The first matchup going to go to SOS versus Zest, and then the second matchup between Hero and Rain. Now, I know a lot of you guys have been watching Hero and SOS in the IEM finals, and I'm excited, and I'm sure you guys are, to hope that they make it out so that next week we could have a rematch of sorts. Maybe Hero would be able to get his revenge at that time. So that's it for the round of 8 in the GSL. And as luck would have it, both of our IEM participants actually did not make it through, and so we will not be able to see a rematch. Now, here I am with SOS, and even though he didn't make it out of his group, I'm actually dying to ask him about his experience at IEM. So first, I mean, you won IEM, and it was a huge event, and this is the second time you've won this kind of money. How do you feel about that?
일단 IEM 우승했는데 좀 좋았어요. 근데 방금 져가지고 좀 그렇기는 한데 그래도 2개 대회 중에서 하나 우승한 거니까 잘했다고 생각하고 있어요. 우선 처음에는 우승한다고 생각 안 했었어요. 그냥 적당한 성적만 내자라고 갔었는데 그 폴란드 무대가 엄청 크더라고요. 그 큰 무대에 사람들이 꽉 차고 나니까 아, 역시 이런 데서 게임해야 되구나라는 생각 드는 순간부터 열심히 해서 우승할 수 있었던 것 같아요.
Now also, a lot of people wanted to see a rematch between you and CJ Hero, especially after the finals at IEM. But unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do that. Is there a way that the fans would be able to see that kind of rematch?
우선 제가 떨어져서 리매치는 성사가 되지 않았는데 아마 김준호 선수도 포인트가 높기 때문에 아마 만난다면 그랜드 파이널에서 다시 한번 만날 수 있을 것 같아요.
I really hope that that happens as well. So do you have maybe a couple words that you want to say to your fans?
해외 팬들 제가 많이 좋아하고 있고 제 경기 좀 독특한 경기라서 많이 사랑받고 있는데 오늘도 좀 보여주고 싶었어요. 그런데 제가 준비하는 시간이 없어가지고 그냥 좀 했었는데 성적이 잘 안 나왔던 것 같아요. 다음에는 이기는 경기 보여드릴 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
Okay, thank you very much for the interview. 감사합니다.
감사합니다. Thank you.
So congratulations to Rain and Zest, who are the two players that's going on to the round of 4. And keep cheering for them, guys, as we watch to see who makes it to the top.
Thanks a lot, Susie. Make sure to keep tabs on her adventures on Twitter at Lil Susie. It's a Susie 2 for this week. Continuing on her StarCraft 2 streak, Susie Kim managed to make her way to Pro League as well. Here's what she saw.
Thanks, Dan. And as Pro League comes to a close, round 2 comes to a close, we have Jin Air playing their last game, and luckily they were able to take that win from Prime. This brings Jin Air to the #1 spot for round 2. And actually, Maru was able to play the ace match. He's on a 12-game win streak, which is surprising as, you know, it is a very Protoss-oriented game right now for StarCraft 2. It's actually interesting to note that Maru and TY actually are the current runners of the most games won. So I would like to see how far they're able to go in Pro League. And you guys too can follow the rest of Pro League on Twitch TV/SC2 Pro League.
Thanks, Susie. We'll be sure to catch in with you also the rest of the week. Now let's move away from Korea and head west into Europe. The 5th EPS Cup, which is part of the ESL Pro Series Germany Spring Season 2014, recently took place. There, Mousesports proved rodents could be the kings of the StarCraft 2 universe. Haswabs and Hero Marine, both representatives of the organizations, clinched first and second, respectively, with Haswab steamrolling over the latter 2-0 in the finals. More importantly, this signals at the start of the upcoming group stage with Haswabs, Goody, and Hero Marine leading the rankings. So make sure to check it out and don't forget to look up the website at esl.eu. When South Korean cable television company OnGameNet announced that the SK Telecom LTA LOL Masters 2014, fans everywhere went wild. The Masters were supposed to be a team league in the same mold as Pro League was for Brood War and is for StarCraft 2. They certainly are not disappointed. Among the epic matches, we saw Najin going up against SK Telecom. There, Najin Black Sword took the first match against SKT1S, but SKT1K wrestled dominance back into the epic clash with Najin White Shield. As for the third game, it was SK Telecom T1K with the All the Way, which left SK Telecom T1 in first place in the standings, followed by Samsung Galaxy, CJ Entus, Najin. Further down the totem pole, we have KT Rolster, Incredible Miracle, and Jin Air Green Wings. Susie is back and checks in one last time.
Thanks, Dan. And here I am today for the LOL LTEA Masters League. It is week 10, and we had an amazing matchup between the Najin organization and SK Telecom. Now, SK Telecom absolutely needed this win today to secure a spot in the playoffs, and they were able to do it 2-1. It was a close match between K and Shield, but in their rematch, K was able to win twice, and they took home the victory 2-1.
Thanks again, Susie. Switching back to Dota 2, Team DK proved too mighty an opponent in their matchup against Invictus Gaming. While Invictus Gaming had gone unchallenged in the Star Ladder before this, they were quickly mowed down in their 0-2 encounter with Team DK. After being dropped into the losers bracket, IG went on to take out Newbie. Now, interestingly, IG and Team DK have agreed to not play the second best of 3, which means that Invictus Gaming will be going to Kiev as the second seed.
Well, they're actually going to see Lamb in bottom lane. They do go in on Ice. H-Emperor Schultz there, and he's dropping pretty fast to the minus armor. This Slardar is beating down the Horseman, but maybe not quickly enough. Oh no, the turnaround comes. DK with the double kill.
think they can.
Oh boy. There's no inch Emperor for 10 seconds. Just the time they need to complete this rush. It's way too low. The blink on into the crush, but the Aegis actually gets stolen by Mushi because the last hit went to the Slardar. Now 430 trying to focus Burning down. Burning already having used his leap, probably gonna fall here, but Mushi's picked up a double kill. He's still got the Aegis at 430. His passive useless against the pure damage. He literally knows when Roche is gonna respawn. Ice Frog nerf, please. Lamb gets caught out though. That observer ward that they dropped earlier, maybe it makes the difference here. The mech gets popped, the pipe gets popped as well. And he's still alive for now. He'll go down, but they've used a lot to kill off the enemy Nyx. And the Roche is falling to Mushi. He's ignoring this fight to get himself a free Aegis. And now he comes in with Hammer and Pain. Suffering coming soon for IG. 2 orbs, 3 orbs, though he gets stunned. He actually does get stunned here. He's dropping pretty fast. The crush is there. Where's the backup for Mushi? They're all just busy chasing other targets. Ice is gonna fall. Suddenly the Slaughter hits the deck though, and Mushi drops his hammer. A bit underwhelming, I must say. Here comes the smoke though, burning in the front, charging forward into the enemy woods, and Chuan probably did die here. He actually starts farming. Oh no, there's a chrono. They've caught out Luo. That's a dead prophet. And suddenly Mushi shows up with an Orchid, the Quap ult, as well as the Witch Doctor ult. Epicenter completely wasted by Chuan. It might kill off MMY here, but that's really it for the Epi. Already he's just gonna wait this out. This Panda already a significant amount of duration gone. If they keep on chasing and they don't get a kill real quickly, this is going to fall apart. They can focus MMY. They'll bring him down with the Hex, but now Burning shows up, pops the Chronosphere right onto YYF. It was stolen here by Faith. He drops it on Mushi, but Mushi's not taking damage. And now the Witch Doctor ult. MMY, Momoya for the backside, but he gets Epi. Chuan over the top. Is it enough? I don't know. Burning's still there, standing strong. The Prophet tries to right-click his way to victory with a BKB, but it's not enough damage. Now YYF overwhelmed by the Hex. Chuan will be next in line. He went for the huge Epicenter. It just wasn't there. And the Weaver even bought back, time-lapsed in and died again.
They have only one chance, I think, with the Epicenter. They need to deal a lot of damage with the Epicenter, but if the bat finds the
Ice is gonna find Sidekick.
Oh no.
Again, he goes up 430. This is Chuan's opportunity. Channels up the Epi, but everyone's got a BKB. And he actually Epi's the ground. The Witch Doctor's hitting him from across the tree line. Oh no, the Firefly maybe gave them the vision. Oh boy.
Oh, not the Firefly. I'll tell you why later.
Was it the Courier?
Yeah, the Courier was looking for the Sidekick. Seriously.
Wow. Now it's just a bloodbath. Luo caught out in the Chronosphere. He'll drop. YYF could be next. So Panda ult's been used, but this point just doesn't take damage anymore. He just keeps on killing. And now he jumps onto 430.
I need to check who's controlling the Courier.
Couriers are OP, man. Let's jump to a quick commercial break. When we return, our partner GameFi takes an in-depth look at the groups for the round of 16 for WCS America. And we'll give you some insight on what's coming up at MLG Anaheim. Don't go anywhere. The news will be right back. Welcome back to the Daily News. I want to remind you that StarCraft 2's Arcade Edition for Fight Night will continue this evening in the 4th episode. It's going to be Star Strikers casted by Nathanius and Hearthstone. Do you want more StarCraft news? Well, we've got what you need right here. Fnatic and Winamax will be collaboratively hosting the Winamax Espresso Invitational StarCraft 2 tournament. 7 teams have been invited to a single elimination bracket where they will be matching wits for a prize pool of $800. Teams will be playing a maximum of 5 1-versus-1 games. The winners will advance, but the losers must leave the tournament forever, or at least until next year. For more information, check out Fnatic.com. Ice hockey is generally the first sport to pop in mind when someone brings up the name Anaheim, but we're not here to talk about such easy pursuits. We're here to bring you the updates on the latest dirt on MLG Anaheim. The upcoming event will play host to a boatload of games, including Call of Duty Ghost, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm. After the community took their proverbial pitchforks and torches, MLG opened up qualifiers in Europe and Korea. The Korean qualifier, casted by none other than Total Biscuit, will be held from 22nd May until the 25th. The European qualifiers will be held 2 weeks before that, in spite of the fact that there will be only 1 Korean and 1 European participating in the tournament. Still, this promises to be interesting to watch as, well, the Koreans are indeed the Koreans. There'll be a total of $40,000 and 4,000 WCS points up for grabs. Call of Duty Ghost Tournament will feature $80,000, while Super Smash Brothers will see $15,000 distributed amongst its big winners. We talked a lot about StarCraft 2 in the past couple of days. WCS America came to a conclusion last week for its round of 32, and our partner GameFi took the liberty to analyze one group in particular.
After WCS America 2014 round of 32, 3 Chinese StarCraft 2 players, Zigua, Tudming and Maxed, have successfully advanced to the next round. However, Zigua draws into Group D, which is literally a group of death in the newly released bracket for the upcoming round of 16. In this group, Zigua has to face very tough opponents, namely 2 strong Terran players, Bomber and Pult, as well as Crank, a Protoss player who has been always in good form. On the other hand, Tudming and Maxed will play in Group C, where a derby show between Chinese players will take place. The latest game between these 2 Chinese players traces back to 2012, when Maxed defeated Tudming by 2-1 in WCG, while Tudming grasped sweet revenge in the IEF 2012 Grand Final, 2-0 against Maxed. This makes the winning percentages for both players 50%. Surely they will fight to their best to win, so let's see who will get the ticket to round of 8. Since NASL has been disbanded, Blizzard announced collaboration with ESL, who will organise WCS 2014 America Season 1. The matches are postponed until April the 5th and will take place in ESL's TV studios in Cologne, Germany. To ensure the procedure of this event, Blizzard and ESL have already started to help players get their visas to Germany.
Thanks, Game 5. Definitely sounds like the group of death by all means. Best of luck to all the participants in the round of 16. Last but not least, a classic to end the day with. It's Throwback Thursday, and today's feature is a delightful Warcraft 3 match between Grubby versus Stefano.
Managing to get those on top of the buildings, it's going to do a lot of damage here. Now Grubby trying to be very aggressive with his creeping here. You can see right now that he is attempting to take out the creep on Stefano's side of things, but now he does have Stefano coming up from behind once again, summoning the water elemental here. Gonna try and do as much damage as he can. Grubby is in full retreat. He does use a speed boost as well. What is his... Yeah, needs to be careful with the Farseer there. He may end up losing this Farseer. A huge blunder by Grubby. Going to have to use yet another town portal. And these units are now stuck in the center of the map. The town portal, you have to use it within range of your heroes. And Grubby not in the best shape here. I think Grubby's getting a little bit ahead, but he does manage to get the Mountain King caught away from the rest of the units. And that does mean a lot of damage going to be dumped into him. He is completely stuck right here. He has nowhere to go, but can he focus down the Farseer? It looks like the Farseer will fall. No, teleporting out at the last second, and the Mountain King survives just barely. 100 HP, only 10% remain there. A close battle here for both players, sending in the Wolves to take out these buildings. Look at how much damage they do.
Good times, good times, good times. That's all the news that we have for today, but before we say goodbye, let's take a look at the 5-day forecast. Tomorrow on Friday, we have the GSO CODES Round of 8 Day 2, Life in Maru, Parting and Sue. Catch the action with Tastosis at 6 p.m. Korean Standard Time. Over the weekend, we have LCS NA Spring Split on Saturday, week number 9. See teams like TSM, Cloud9, XDG, and Evil Geniuses duke it out at noon Pacific, twitch.tv/Riot Games. On Sunday, if you enjoy Dota, don't miss the Star Series number 9 featuring the European region. Matches will be Alliance versus Power Rangers, Next versus Empire, and MYM versus VP. You can see all the exciting matches with the Join Dota crew. On Monday, we have the Dream League Season 1 with the Good Studio and teams like Dog, Roxkiss, EG, TL, and Fnatic. All begins in the evening, 6:30 p.m. Central European Time, twitch.tv/DreamLeague. Finally, on Tuesday, we have the Acer Team Story Cup Season 3 that's beginning with Take TV. All starts at 11 a.m. with teams like Root, XMG, and My Insanity. Watch it at twitch.tv/TakeTV. And that's all for today. If you have any news you want to share, as always, send us an email, news@esgntv.com. From Dan, Chair, and the rest of the crew here at Studio Walk, have a good evening. StarCraft 2 Fight Night is coming up next.